Hi, this is Clint, and welcome to another one of my podcasts. This for the end of July 2024 on TV and film. Again, we're going to try to keep it at 10 minutes or below. We have one film review, Deadpool and Wolverine, Marvel's sole film release for this year. Uh, if you like Deadpool, you'll love this film. It's profane, it's very violent, and it has a touching, heart-filled ending. It's a good film. It's not Marvel's best, but it's very entertaining. And the chemistry between the two leads, Ryan Reynolds and Hugh Jackman, is fantastic. So that alone would recommend the film. I liked it a lot. It's grossed over $200 million this past weekend, making it the biggest opening weekend of any R-rated film ever. And the only question is, how much past a billion will it eventually gross, domestically and worldwide? So we'll see how that goes. Other news, Emmy nominations came out a couple of weeks ago, and Shogun and The Bear ended up with the most nominations. No surprise there. San Diego Comic Con, there's been some major news announced by Marvel, and they are upping the production schedule. They're going to have up to 4 films released next year, starting with Captain America Brave New World, The Thunderbolts, Fantastic Four, which just started filming, and Blade, which has had a long, arduous production history. Hopefully, things are looking up for it to come out next year. We'll see. It might be the following year, potentially. And 2 big announcements. The Kevin Feige, the head honcho of Marvel, has said that Avengers next film will not be centered around Kang. It will be centered around Doctor Doom. It's called Avengers Doomsday, and will star, of all people, Robert Downey Jr. So this shocked most people. We'll see how that turns out, but it's a very bold kind of casting. We'll see how this turns out, which leads into the next Avengers film called Avengers Secret Wars, which could literally showcase virtually every Marvel film character ever. And there have been rumors that there will be an Avengers versus X-Men film. Maybe that's what will happen here. But a lot of people are going to appear in Secret Wars, which should finally put an end to the multiverse saga and put to rest a lot of old Marvel characters. The Russo brothers, who did perhaps the best Marvel film ever, Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and did Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, they're coming back. They're coming back to do these 2 films. And the screenwriter Stephen McFeely, who also did Captain America, Winter Soldier, and some other Captain America sequels, and did Avengers, Infinity War, and Endgame, he is going to do the screenplay for these next 2 Avengers films. So the ingredients are there, so we'll see how that comes out. These films won't be released for at least a couple more years, but it's good news indeed to keep in mind. Some releases coming out in the near future: Gladiator 2 and Wicked are both slated for same day, November 22nd, and I think the studios are hoping for some synergy like Barbie and Oppenheimer had last year. We'll see how that turns out. John Woo, who is a very stylistic director who did action films and came from the Hong Kong cinema, he is remaking his own classic, The Killer, only featuring a female lead as opposed to a male. District 9, the science fiction film that came out several years ago to great acclaim, has a sequel in the works called District 10. It's been a long road for that one, and word is that it is slowly coming together. We'll see. Believe it or not, The Devil Wears Prada is going to have a sequel, and Meryl Streep and Emily Blunt are confirmed, and probably other principals will be returning as well. So fingers crossed on that. Megan 2 is coming out. It's filming right now for a release next year, a sequel to Megan, a very interesting horror film. Michael Mann is finishing his screenplay for Heat 2. production should start filming by the beginning of next year. Top Gun, believe it or not, this one is being fast-tracked. The production schedule is going to start in the relatively near future, and Tom Cruise and Glenn Powell, who is now a rising superstar, they are both confirmed for this sequel. And going to TV series, The Old Man, Season 2 is going to premiere in September. They just started filming Season 2 of Poker Face with Natasha Lyonne. And there's a series coming out in the very near future called Landman, starring Billy Bob Thornton, and it's from Taylor Sheridan, who brought you Yellowstone and Tulsa Kings and other TV series in that vein. This is his latest entry. Some industry news. Apple TV, which jumped into the streaming business a few years ago, they are cutting back their production costs. Since they launched as a streaming service, they've spent over $20 billion on production. And like Netflix, they learned that maybe they need to cut back and be a little bit more fiscally responsible. So they're going to cut back on production costs. As you know, Paramount Plus and Skydance are merging. Redbox, the DVD rental service, is now out of business. They declared bankruptcy. Things have really moved into streaming as an industry. And next month in August, we have a couple films looking forward to. One is The Trap from M. Night Shyamalan. This is one of those Shyamalan films that's got a one-sentence pitch that's very, very enticing. A father takes his teenage daughter to a Taylor Swift-type concert, only he doesn't realize that the police have set a trap for him because he's a serial killer. So Josh Hartnett is the father, and it'll be interesting. I think the film will probably do business just on the premise alone. And Alien, another Alien sequel called Alien Romulus is coming also. The trailer looks fantastic and scary. And separate from this, an Alien series from Noah Hawley, who did the Fargo TV series to great acclaim. They just wrapped filming. And the timeline for this Alien series will be before the original Alien film. So that'll be an interesting take as well. That's all I have for now. I hope you all find something interesting and fun to watch on streaming or in movie theaters. Until then, everybody, please stay safe.